So we got the brick.
Hey!
So that'll go on. They're going to start bricking next week, I think Monday. So we got a class on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week. But we won't be back over here till Monday. But guess what's next? Drywall.
Drywall.
I guess because both sides are the same, we'll just continue to go in this one. So,
All right. Oh, it looks so nice.
look at the
in here.
insulation. So the
It's so much
insulation's
colder.
in. So 31W came in and did the installation. I don't know where people are living, but 31W is in 15 different states. Local company here in Millersville, and they do all my installation, do a great job. They did the spray foam on the ceilings. What you think?
It feels colder in here.
It should not be letting the heat in, that's for sure.
Right.
So why did we foam the top? Look, Q&A for Nick to see if he was actually paying attention or not paying attention. What's it foam for?
The foam is for heat. I forgot.
So we foamed everything in the attic, and the purpose of foaming everything in the attic is right here. They put our sprinkler systems in, so if you look at this right here, so the sprinkler systems are run with this orange PVC pipe, right?
Right.
So it's run across the boards. We got another head right there, one right here in the living room. Those will be recessed into the ceiling, those heads will. So there will be nothing but a little plate over top of it when it's finished. But this line can freeze and break. It's just PVC. I would love to see that be done in PEX, but I don't guess they've got that resolved yet where they can use the PEX. It'll probably melt too fast. But with the PVC, it will freeze and break. So if we were to spray the ceiling, and let's say we went up 6 inches above there, did like a R30, maybe 10 inches up above there. Over a period of time, if somebody kicks that off of there, it only gets the residual heat from the ceiling. So if somebody kicks the topping off of it and exposes the pipe, and we get a real hard freeze, it's possible for that pipe, that PVC pipe, to break, or likely that it would break and bust in the attic, which would then wipe out everything down here, right? Mm-hmm. Knock our ceiling out. So the reason we did insulated the top instead of just the roof rafters right there was there's a little bit of a span between here and up there, but the residual heat from in here will flow through that drywall, and it will keep that attic warm enough that those pipes won't freeze.
Gotcha.
Even in the coldest environment. So we also look over here. So you notice that there's no daylight on the foam.
Correct.
So it is completely encased. Why do we typically leave, if you're gonna put your insulation right here on the roof rafters, why would we leave the eaves open so that what's in the eaves outside has ventilation that comes into the attic? Why would we do that?
Moisture.
No. Golly.
Dang it.
Look, we're going to build 4 more houses. By the time we get, well, actually, I got permits pulled for 10 more houses. So by the time we finish those 10 houses, I think we're going to be able to have a good conversation with Nick, and he's going to get at least 25% of every question we ask right.
Maybe.
So, the reason why, if you're insulating just on the roof rafters here, or the ceiling joists, I've called them roof rafters several times, the ceiling joists. If you insulate the ceiling joists, we have it open, and usually they'll put a piece of foam board down there that looks like a little piece of tin almost, that will go all the way out to the eaves so that it can pull air up into the attic, and then the roof vent or the ridge vent, whatever they got up there, whether they have the little whirly birds or what they have, that right there will pull heat out of the attic and pull cool air from outside. And it moves that air, and it keeps your attic. Your attics are still going to get to be 100 degrees, 130, 140 degrees. But it helps it out. And when your roof gets hotter and hotter and hotter in the attic, what it does, it destroys your shingles and makes your life expectancy of your shingles a lot less. This is a better fit, but it's more expensive. So most people aren't doing that. I think I said the other day, this is the first house I have ever foamed a roof. And the only reason I foam the roof is because I now have to put sprinkler systems in my houses. So we don't want those to bust. So we got the sprinkler systems in, the insulation's in, it's looking good. So why do you see this one wire right here? And it's not in a box.
It is just extra.
So this is where the dishwasher is going to go, right up in here. So it'll come in right there, it'll go into the cabinets, and it'll wire directly into the dishwasher. So it'll be behind the dishwasher. So we've passed now. They're going to deliver drywall either today or tomorrow. If they deliver it today, the drywallers will start hanging tomorrow. If they deliver tomorrow, then the drywallers will start hanging. Or I'm sorry, start hanging on Thursday. So we're looking at Thursday, all the drywall being in. Whenever we come back over here on Monday when they lay in the brick, we should have all the drywall up. It should have probably have at least one coat of mud on it by then. And then give us by the end of next week, we will be ready for cabinets, paint, doors. So we're moving, right? Moving right along. When did we do our first video after we let, we obviously we sat and let the fill settle a little bit, the rocks and all, and we killed some time in the wintertime so that we didn't have to heat this while in the dead of winter and burn through the money because we wasn't in a hurry for it. And we figured we'd let the slab get, not the slab, but the rocks get rained on. And there was a little settling when they got with a lot of water on. How long has it been since then?
About 4 months.
No.
No?
Since we poured the slab.
Oh. Was it 6 months?
No, I think since we did the slab, or since the concrete went in, we're probably about 4 weeks.
Oh.
4 to 6 weeks. We'll have to go look at videos and see. I think we're about 6 weeks into construction since the concrete went in.
Okay. Well, the rock underneath was.
Yeah, that's set.
Wild.
That's set. That's been like 6 months.
Yeah.
Because we just not the rock. The rock's probably been about 3 months that it sat with nothing being done to it.
But actually putting this up, I mean.
And the concrete went in about 3 months after we let the rock go in. And we just figured we would let it do it long enough to get us through winter, where we did not have to come in and heat these houses and worry about something going bad while we're trying to get the water pipes in and everything else done.
Because right now, if we were in the dead of winter, you'd have to heat this place.
No. We have no water in the house yet at all.
Okay.
But once the drywall goes in and I start setting bathroom fixtures and stuff, we're going to put water on the house.
And that's when.
So we do have both water meters outside. We'll look at that in a second because they did come put both of the water meters in. So now we do have water to put on the house.
They fixed the toilet thing?
So here, if you remember right here, we could see some air between those lines. Or not air. We could see some light, some daylight. So we had air in between it. They come in and they're supposed to caulk the floors. They're supposed to caulk in between the boards. They're supposed to fill that right there in.
Did they fix the toilet thing?
No. They said they're not going to fix the toilet till the cabinets go in. They're going to come in. They're going to cut it out. They're going to put a little toilet flange on that's going to move it like 3 inches, 3.5 inches to put it where it needs to be.
Okay, a toilet flange?
Yeah.
That's what a lot of.
I'm sorry, just an offset. They're gonna go down to that 3-inch pipe. They're gonna put a 3-inch offset on it, 4-inch offset, whatever it is, to move it to where they need to move it to.
Okay.
And that'll move the toilet to where it's got to be. And then they'll redo the concrete, but it'll all sit underneath the toilet, so it won't affect anything.
Okay. It goes in after the cabinets.
Yeah, they just said they'll do it when they come do their finished trim out. It's a common mistake for them to do that. And if you notice, we had several people on our videos that made comments about that toilet being off, saying, just use an offset flange.
Yeah.
And easy enough. So this is let's walk around here because we hadn't been here since the sprinkler systems went in, so I hadn't seen them. This is my first view of them.
So this is.
So they got the sprinkler system under a test. They had an inspector, I guess, inspected it yesterday.
Okay.
To make sure it was all done. So this right here, this water line right here will tee off, and it'll feed the house, but then it will also feed this at the same time.
And that goes into the roof.
Yep. That goes up into the attic and runs all the way across. Good looking job. How much is the sprinkler system costing? I think the sprinkler system is costing us about $3,000 a side. Not a bad price. I am not a fan of sprinkler systems in a house at all. But this is code, we got to do it. And it's not a huge burden to us as a builder to put it in. I don't like them because I don't like the chance of it leaking and destroying a bunch of stuff downstairs. And I look at every window in our house has egress. So it's easy enough to open a window if you got a fire and climb out of it. But that doesn't save the house, I suppose. In our city, don't even have but 2 firemen in the whole city right now. So
yeah,
that's they're not getting to you too fast.
No,
I don't know. You know, everything's going to have to be done by an outside fire department to take care of that.
Until
they get it. They're working on hiring. And
did they get another pipe, another conduit?
I talked to Bo about that. Look at that.
Sweet.
So it goes up to there. And that's just here if they come in, because we don't have fiber here yet, right?
Right.
So if they got to run fiber optic cable in the house, I don't want them punching a hole in my wall. So they'll be able to run it in here, drop it right inside this box.
And they just have to get into the attic somehow with the line.
Well, the attic access port's right here. So they'll come up there. So how will they get it up there? They'll probably come in off of wherever the service is coming in and just run it right up the wall, right in the eaves, and you're in the house. Look how the sprinkler system goes over it.
That's funny.
I probably would have run that under that sprinkler system because it looks like it would have fed through that underneath it.
Right underneath.
But for some reason they didn't, and I don't know why.
Oh, well. We'll see what the other side
No
looks
one will
like.
see it, right?
You noticed something off?
Well, I thought we was insulating the bathroom right here.
Oh. Yeah, I guess not all of the walls are insulated. It's just the exterior walls.
Well, so in a rental, I don't typically insulate the bedroom walls.
Okay.
In my personal residence, I will insulate the master bedroom wall.
Okay.
I don't want no screaming going out into the rest of the house. But when you got a bathroom right here, you know, someone sitting on the toilet right there farting, that can bleed through the wall
Yeah.
and give somebody a little bit of embarrassment. So we want to protect that. So we will probably call them and have them come re-insulate or insulate that wall and the wall in that bedroom right there so that somebody blowing something up
Right.
ain't affecting the other people trying to sleep.
Because someone's sleeping right there.
Yeah, that's a bedroom. I want that little bit of privacy at a certain moment of our lives.
How much does insulating this actually cost? And I mean, if you were to do another wall, it's like, are you looking at $500?
No, it wouldn't be that much. They probably could have insulated that wall right there for under 100 or right at 100. Under 100, it'd be under 100. I haven't seen any bills on this yet, nor did I get a quote on this because we use them every time and their prices are always good. So we really don't sweat that. But I would say to insulate this house right here, this part right here, between both sides is probably under $2,000.
No way.
Now that's not counting the roof. Okay, I don't know what.
That's a special kind of insulation.
Yeah, the foam was different, but just this insulation on walls, nah, it'd be under $2,000, I would say. We'll do a cost breakdown of this house because this is the first house we're doing that we can bring somebody through every aspect of what we're doing.
Right.
Because this is the first time we filmed it all.
Some people were making note of like the wood beams, some of them not being perfectly straight and whatnot, which in my head, I mean, doesn't make anything a problem. It's just.
My thought is all the wood should be straight. I've seen a couple of boards that are bowed,
Right.
and that'll happen. But, you know, wherever they're going to break that 4x8 sheet, it needs to be straight. Otherwise, the hangers are going to have a fit. So, no, whoever's questioning whether the board should be straight or not, the board should be straight. And I think most of that has been taken care of. As we catch a problem like that, we're addressing it.
And you just obviously exchange out that piece for a different straight piece?
No, I tell the framers to take care of that. But we had two different walls they had to move because they were unplumbed that we caught.
Right, over there.
So yeah, so we got that done. That's really about the only issues we've had.
That,
Well, as I say that, I'm looking at a piece of wood right now that's crooked. At an angle, if you're looking at this piece of wood, I don't have a tape measure on me, but if you look at that piece of wood at the bottom and at the top, they're not the same.
oh, yeah, exactly.
Well, why don't I go grab a tape measure?
Oh, that's off by 2 inches.
Why don't we go grab a tape measure? I'll be right back.
Do you remember where you put it?
Nope, but I'll find it. You're gonna film that? First try.
We found it.
Got my Stanley Fat Max. No offense to anybody watching the video.
Actually, 86% of the people who voted on whether or not that was a politically correct statement or not.
Fat Max?
No, just to say someone was overweight and it might hurt the toilet and whatnot. They were like, nope, that's politically correct. You're
That's
fine.
true. I mean, you got to watch it. You really got to pay attention to that stuff. So where are we at right there?
Ooh, we're at 11 and a quarter.
Close to it.
We're at 13.
12
12
and
and
3/4,
three
not
quarters.
quite 13.
12 and 3/4.
Not acceptable though, right?
Not acceptable.
All right, so we'll have somebody fix that.
It looks like it got kicked out or something.
Now you can see that board over there that's bowed.
Yeah.
We won't worry about that. Nothing will break on that board. It'll break past it. I went and toured another company that's building in our area, and all of their interior walls are on 24-inch centers. Not all of them, several of them are on 24-inch centers, which I don't like at all because, so you take a piece of 1/2-inch drywall, 24-inch centers is going to put that stud here. So when you got a 24-inch span like that, somebody hit that wall, it's going to get a hole in it real easy.
Oh, okay.
Real easy. So it's just not good. But
Any other structural integrity problems?
well, All of their stuff was 2x4, so even the rafters right here, they were using a pre-engineered truss, and the pre-engineered trusses were all 2x4s. I'm not saying it's not going to hold because obviously an engineer drew it up, but I like something a little bit heavier.
Well, if it's just, you know, the PVC pipe type stuff, the actual sprinkler heads, and then a little water pressure regulator, it should be less than 3,000.
I would say close to 1,000 in material, if not 1,000 in material, a couple thousand for labor. Now I think it took them a day and a half to do it. That's not bad money. I don't think it's bad money. I think that's a pretty good price.
I had to replace my water regulator.
Pressure regulator?
Pressure regulator.
Okay.
And it was probably 25, 35 years old. And it was all shoddily done too. So we had to go to the store twice to figure out what one little piece of piping or the connector that we needed. It took us 2 days.
That is irritating. It's irritating. I hate having to make a rerun.
Oh yeah. And
you'll learn the video or picture log everything before you go to the store.
Yeah, that's a good
measurements and all.
And it was all perfectly placed in so that it was just pressure, like it's getting it off.
Was he blowing seals out somewhere? Why did he replace it?
Because the actual water valve regulator was going up and down in pressure. It wasn't being consistently 40, 60, or 70. It was like 40, 80, 120, 80, 40.
I got you. All right, let's look at this. Let's go see what the water meters look like. So we put separate water meters on the house. One on this side of the driveway for this one on that side of the driveway for that one. So what you see here is, so they got their water meter in, okay? It ends right there. So we'll have to dig it up right here, all the way to the other side of the house, or all the way to the middle of the house, and we'll have to run the water line from there to over there. This right here is it's a digital meter. This is a reader that hooks into that digital meter, so that all they do is they drive by and it reads the meter. Or, I don't know, that they used to drive by and read the meter. Now it may read from the internet. I don't know. I know Cumberland Electric reads from our electric company reads from the internet. They don't read from the meter themselves. Or they read from the meter, but it does it through the internet.